So hello guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today it's already eighth episode, and today we're gonna dive into another important topic, and we're gonna talk about why every organization needs a cloud CISO. Um, Today we back with the same group. We are with Murat and Karim.
Hi, hello, my name is Karim.
Yes. So let's start with the first question. Really simple. So, what is a cloud CISO and how it's different from a traditional CISO?
A traditional CISO typically focus on on-premise environments, things, network, firewalls, endpoints, and everything inside a controlled perimeter. But the cloud doesn't work like that. There is no clear boundary anymore. Everything is identity driven and API based and constantly changing. Cloud CISO operates in that reality instead of securing a static infrastructure. The secure, dynamic environments where resources can appear and disappear in seconds. So, if you approach cloud security the same way as traditional IT, you're setting yourself up to fail.
Okay, thank you very much. Um, let's move on. The question is for Murat. Why are cloud environments creating the need for specialized cloud CISO role?
Yeah, good question. I think cloud environments are constantly changing. New resources can be created in minutes, and teams deploy updates daily. But on top of that, security responsibility is shared between the provider and the company. So, for example, the cloud provider secures the infrastructure, but the company is responsible for configuring access correctly. The complexity creates the need of a specialist.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on. Um, what unique risks does a cloud CISO focus on?
So, cloud introduce a different category of threats. Identity and access misconfiguration are one of the biggest ones. If permissions are too broad, attackers don't need to break in, they can just log in. Then there is public exposure of storage and databases, which still happens more often than it should. You also risk around API tokens leaks and vulnerabilities in CI/CD pipelines. On top of that, many organizations simply lack visibility. They don't even know what resource exists across their environments. That what makes cloud risk so dangerous. It's not always visible until it's too late.
Okay, okay, makes sense. Um, Fourth question. How does a cloud CISO support cloud adoption and innovation?
Yeah, a cloud CISO helps teams move fast without breaking security. So, for example, instead of checking security at the end, they build automated checks into the deployment pipelines. So, this means developers can relate features quickly while still meeting security standards.
Okay, thank you. Fifth question. At what stage should a company consider hiring a cloud CISO? Karim.
Earlier than most companies think. If you're running production workloads in the cloud, handling sensitive data and scaling across teams, you'll already need this level of oversight. Waiting until you are big enough usually means you are already dealing with higher risks. By then, your attack surface has grown and fixing issues becomes far more complex. So that's why.
Yeah, right, because fixing security later is always more expensive and complex. Makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Makes sense. Sixth question. For Murad, how does a cloud CISO work with DevOps and engineering teams?
Yeah, they work closely together. So, by embedding security into daily workflows. So, for example, They might add security scans into CI/CD pipelines to set rules for how infrastructure is deployed. So this way, developers don't have to stop and fix issues later. So it's handled automatically. So this is how does
Yeah,
they
okay.
work together.
Yeah, thank you. Seventh question. What role does a cloud CISO play in compliance and data protection? Karim.
Uh, yeah, frameworks like CIS, ISO, and NIST are often mentioned, but without proper implementation, they don't mean much. Cloud CISO translates those frameworks into actual controls that run continuously. This includes automated compliance check, measurable results, and clear tracking or of findings. So sensitivity data is identified, classified, and protected based on risk. Compliance becomes something you can prove at any moment, not just during an audit.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense because especially now with all the regulations companies have to deal with today, so it makes sense. Eighth question. Can smaller companies benefit from a cloud CISO, or is it mainly for like big enterprises?
Yeah, of course. I think they can benefit from a cloud CISO. Smaller companies can benefit a lot. For example, a startup moving fast in the cloud might skip security steps without realizing it. So even having a part-time or external cloud CISO can help avoid major mistakes early on. So yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I think also hackers don't really care about company size,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter. Okay, makes sense. So ninth question. What are the biggest challenges a cloud CISO face today?
Cloud environments evolve rapidly, which make it difficult to maintain full visibility and control. There is constant pressure to balance strong security with a smooth developer experience. Standardizing controls across teams and environments is also challenging, especially in multi cloud setups. The biggest challenge is not the technology itself, but aligning people, processes, and priorities. So it's more than that.
Okay, thank you. Uh, Let me check. The tenth question. If a company doesn't have a cloud CISO, for example, then what are the risks they are taking?
Yeah, so good question, important question also. Yeah, without this role, companies risk leaving systems misconfigured, like giving too much access to users or missing compliance requirements. For example, a simple mistake like an open database could lead to a data breach. These risks grow quickly as a company scales in the cloud. So yeah, important.
Yeah, it sounds also very important. Um, Thank you very much, guys. This was the last question for today. Um, the next podcast we have the next week. Um, so we're gonna have another guest from. It's gonna be external. So we're gonna talk about yeah. So we're gonna talk about the securing the future with cross-cloud compliance in multi-cloud environments, and we guys gonna host it for him, and yeah, we're gonna see what the results are gonna be. So thank you very much, guys, for today. I'm gonna see you next week.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye bye.